Good morning, my children. How are you today? Our lesson today is grammar time. Pupils Book, page 72. Now, bring your Pupils Book and open at page 72 to do it together. The outcomes for today, my heroes, are to understand the use of imperatives and to read a story using the target grammar. So as you know, we have a story today and we used to act the story together. But today, sorry for not being with you to act the story. But you can act the story with your family, with your parents, and you can read it and practice alone. Today, we have an amazing story. But before we read the story, I just want you to understand something is very easy. Its name is imperative. I know you are so smart and you are going to understand everything. To understand, what does it mean imperative? So look at the picture. Here we have verbs, affirmative and negative. We have do and don't. I want you now to know that the sentence in the imperative form should start with the verb. Look at the picture. Here, where are they? They are in the classroom. In the classroom, we have instructions. So, now we know that we use the imperative form for instructions or maybe for rules. So, what are the instructions in the classroom? For example, can we run in the classroom? No, we should not run in the classroom. So, if we want to use the imperative form, we have to say, don't run in the classroom. Can you eat in the classroom? Of course not. You should not eat in the classroom during the lesson. So, don't eat. This is in negative form. But sometimes when the teacher is talking, she's going to say, listen. Can you hear? Listen. We used the verb here. Listen, look. To understand more, I will give you examples how we use the imperative form. Okay, the imperative is formed with the verb without a subject. For example, we have the verb listen. Can you see the exclamation mark? Listen, walk, stop. And we can use it with negative form. The negative imperative is formed with do not or don't and the verb. For example, don't touch that. Don't run in the classroom. As I told you before, we use the imperative form to talk about instructions. We talked about the instructions in the classroom, and now let's take the instructions of the street. What can you see here? Here we can see a traffic police, and he's going to tell us about the instructions in the street. The thing that I want you to do now is to make these imperatives to negative. We have an example here. Park here. But in negative form, don't park here. Number 1, stop. Stop. In negative form, it's don't stop. Here, when they make it in negative form, they used don't. Can you see it? Don't. Stop. Don't stop. Number 2, pass on the left. But in negative form, don't pass on the left. Number 3, turn on your lights. Turn on your lights. But in negative form, we used don't. Don't turn on your lights. Number 4, exit here. But in negative form, don't exit here. So here, my children, we listened to the story and we read it together. Now let's do exercise number 2. And don't forget, we have instructions and rules in the street, in the traffic light, and how should we cross the street, or we shouldn't cross the street now. So, exercise number 2. Listen again. What happens in the story? Tick or cross? We have to tick or cross. Number 1, they stop at the light. Is it tick or cross? They stop at the light. So when we are in the street, we want to cross the street, we have to look at the traffic light. If it's red or green, if the man is red, we should not cross. But if the man is green, we can cross the road. So they stop at the light. Here they answered tick. This is true. Number 2. The man is yellow. Look at the traffic light. Is the man yellow? Number 3. There is a lorry. Can you see a lorry in the picture? Look at the story and look at the pictures. Can you see a lorry? Number 4. Jimmy starts to run. Is it correct? Jimmy starts to run. If it's correct, you have to write tick. If it's not, you have to write cross. Number 5. Kirsty helps Jimmy. Can you see Kirsty? Kirsty helps Jimmy to cross the street. Number 6. They go to the shops. Is it correct? They go to the shops. Number 3. Question number 3. Work in groups. Act out the story. So for not being in the class, to act the story together as we used to. So if you can act the story with your parents, with your family, and try to act the story together. Now you opened your pupil's book at page 72. We are going to read together. So follow with your fingers and try to read with me, please. Number 1. What color is the man? Can you see the man in the traffic light? So this is a traffic light. The man here, what's the color of the man here in the traffic light? Yes, exactly, it's red. Okay, what color is the man? The man is red. Okay, stop. Don't cross. Let's explain picture number 1. Now, the color of the man is red. When the man is red in the traffic light, we have not to cross the road. That's why she said, stop, don't cross. We should not cross the street if the man is red. Don't forget. Number 2. Now the man is green. Look left and right. Listen. There aren't any cars or buses. Now we can cross. Okay, look at the picture very carefully, my lovely students. Can you see the man? The man here is green. So when the man is green, we have to look left and right. And we have to listen. If there are cars or there aren't any cars or buses, and you can cross the street now. Number 3. It's a motorbike. Stop. Don't run. Walk. Can you hear? So they saw now a motorbike. That's why she said to the child, stop. Don't run. Walk. He should not run. He should walk. Number 4. Well done. Now we can go and play in the park. I will give you the model answers for exercise number 2. But I hope, my lovely children, not to look at the model answers. Just try to answer alone. Then let your parents check your answers to see are they correct or incorrect. I hope, my students, you understood everything, and I hope you could answer alone. So now, thank you for listening and see you soon.